Hello, everyone. This is Raychel Stokes Small. I am so glad to be back with you all in the studio. You see, things look a little bit different from the last time, and I am so glad that you are here with us. We've been on a little bit of a sabbatical. I've had a little bit of illness, but you know what, guys? I'm so excited about what is going on in network marketing right now, and I'm so glad to be here to coach you, to motivate you, to train you in your business on the road to success. You know what, folks? Tonight I've got something phenomenal. I got some great announcements that I can't wait to share with you. So I want to make sure that you are ready. I've been doing this business now for about 36 years. I started at about the age of 15, and I have never seen things that are going on in network marketing in my life that I'm seeing happening right now. And folks, I'm excited for you because this is a literally a paradigm shift that's going on. We are actually building businesses from home now, and I am so excited about that and what that means for each and every person that I get the opportunity to impact. So, first of all, I want to thank you for being here on this webinar with me tonight. This is Raychel Stokes Small. Hey, folks, I have a new website. It's www.raychelstokesmall.com. Hey, if you go out there, you can see training DVDs, you can order training DVDs about products, about things that are going to help you in your business. So, folks, tonight I got a great topic for you. I hope you are ready because we're going to talk about commitment tonight. And this is going to just blow you away because it's going to be fun. We're going to have a great time on this evening. And, stay tuned for the very end because I've got something exciting I want to share with you. So, folks, get ready for this phenomenal subject that we're getting ready to talk about, which is called commitment. We are really, really excited about what's getting ready to happen. So, folks, get ready. You got your pen, your paper, and I'm sure you are just raring to go. So, I want to share with you a little bit of a story. Most people don't know this about me. Um, the thing is, hold on one second there. Here we go. A swimming pool. I am like a water baby. I enjoy being in the swimming pool. I love to swim. It's something that I have done always. But back when I was about 11 years old or so, I was about 5'1" at that point. And I was so excited because I actually grew to be 1 inch above the 5 foot point in the pool. So now you're probably saying, wow, a swimming pool. You know, you're probably thinking, what does a swimming pool have to do with building my business and commitment? Well, the reason I want to share this with you is because when I turned 5'1", I said to myself, I had a commitment that at 5'1", I could jump from the deep end of the pool into the 5 foot water, and I would be able to stand 1 inch above the water. So I was committed to this from the time that I was about 9 years old because I wanted to be able to get into the deeper water, but I was so short, I was afraid to do it at anything below 5 feet. So personally, has been a life learned lesson for me because of that pool. That 1 inch meant a lot to me because in my mind, I knew that if I could jump from the diving board, which was about 9 or 10 feet, and to my eyes, it looked like the perception was that I could jump into that 5 feet of water, that I would stand 1 inch above the water. So, I believed in what I was going to do. I was committed to do it. So I started up the stairs of the diving board at this pool. And when, as I was starting up the stairs of that diving board, I got to the top of the diving board, folks. And when I got to the top of that diving board, I said, okay, so, let's dive in. And as I sat there and I thought, I was like, wow, this is a lot higher than I expected because when you look up at a diving board and down to the water from the ground, it really does not look that high. So I thought, okay, this is going to be easy. I'm going to be able to jump far enough out into the pool. And because I was 5 feet 1 inches, I would literally be 1 inch above the water. And that day, I learned a great lesson that total commitment has to be your goal, that you have to literally have a plan of attack. And my plan of attack was to jump into the pool. Because if you don't have a plan of attack, you will find that you will sink. So, what is your level of commitment? You know, are you willing to take the challenge to be committed to yourself? You need to decide what is it that you want to really do in your business. Think about it like that pool. You can ease into the pool from the shallow end, or you could choose to do what I did and I dove in from the high dive. People wish that they can commit. Others hope that they can commit. Some would like to commit. There are those who try to commit, while many want to commit, but you have to ultimately decide that you are going to commit. And that's important, folks, because when you have that level of commitment, that is really where you want to be in your business. You have to decide what level of commitment are you going to be, just like a person who decides that they're going to get up on the high dive. So let's talk about that high dive a little bit. Many people wish that they could commit. They make a commitment and they get started towards their goal. So here I was up on top of the high dive. Don't just make a wish to be committed, make a commitment to do it. Climbing up on that high dive, you inch out there a little bit further towards the edge. As you're getting out there toward the water, the key is to keep walking to the end of the high dive. You cannot turn back. There's probably going to be people on the ladder behind you. Most people have a goal of what they want to achieve, but they have a problem of getting started. So that first commitment is the first step really is to get started. So number one in this process is get up and get started toward your goal. So make sure you write that down. Number two, have a daily journal or a daily notebook. In that daily journal and notebook, you're going to write things down like, what is it that you want to achieve? What is your daily achievement, your weekly achievement, your monthly achievement? The next thing is going to be, how soon do you want to achieve it? hmm So you want to know, how soon do you want to get to that achievement that you're looking for? The next thing is, how much time are you willing to put in to make it happen, to get it, to reach that goal, to get where you want to go? And then the next thing, and this is something that my husband and I do all the time. Every time we have an idea, it doesn't matter if it's a great idea, a semi great idea, we write it down in our notebook, because oftentimes you'll think of something and it'll be out of your mind the next moment. So it's really important that you write down what it is that you want to achieve. So, in everything, that high dive, again, it can be a huge challenge. And when you look down, it really appears that the water is far away. That was the experience that I had. There is always apprehension. You have to want it more than what you are fearing. And the hope of the high dive is that you're actually going to jump in. You have to want it, folks. You really have to want it more than you fear it. Really and truly, when you think about the high dive, are you more afraid to stand up, or are you afraid that if you stand up, you might fall? Folks, the second step in the process of this, of your commitment, is you have to want it more than you fear it. In your notebook, make what you're going to do is to make two columns. This is where you have to really be transparent with yourself. The first column is going to be a pro column. The second column is going to be a con column. That means the good and the bad, the positive and the negative. Now, what you're going to do is write in each of those columns the good and the bad. Number one, when you are up against the odds, you have to know what your why is. So put your why statement out there. Make sure your why statement is where you can see it. It's always on the forefront of your mind. Why did you make a decision to be in this business? What is your driving force that will make you stand up and step out in spite of how you are feeling? What is your model, your go to statement that no matter what you will do, you will keep moving forward? Make sure you put this somewhere where you can see it. And then you want to do, in thinking about that, write out the pros and the cons of each instance. You want to make sure that you are actually able to identify where where you are in your business, where you are in life, where it is that you want to go. So write out those pros and cons. That's very important. You know, in everything, you have to believe that you can do it. Once you make the decision that you want it more than you fear it, like I was out there on that high dive, just like this little girl, you have to stand up and look that challenge straight on, look it in the face, and believe that you can do it. Your challenge is only as large as your imagination will allow it to be. Let me say that again. Your challenge is only as large as your imagination will allow it to be. So here's the next step in the commitment process. Believe you can do it. Number one, we were just talking about the pros and cons. Write down your strengths and weaknesses. This is going to go on the pro and the con side of your chart. And be honest, be transparent with yourself. This is how you are going to judge what you are doing in your business. Now, what you're going to do is once you've identified those pros and cons because you believe that you can do this, you're going to make a commitment that each week you will turn a weakness into a strength. That means you're going to go to work on yourself. You're going to be so transparent that you realize that there is something that you need to come up in. Hey, folks, after 36 years in this industry, I have not learned it all. I still learn every day. I keep moving forward. My go to slogan is in everything I do, I keep moving forward. You know, one of the things that really helps is to enlist the help of your family and friends. Use them to practice on. If your weakness is actually maybe speaking to people, then what you need to do is to make sure that you utilize your family and friends to speak to. Just tell them, hey, I need you to practice on. I need to be able to know that I'm comfortable when I speak. If it's not having the proper words, it's okay. If it's an ugly duck, it's going to be an ugly duck, but it's your ugly duck, and nobody has to know it's an ugly duck. It's all about the way in which you present it. You know, folks, if you want to actually better yourselves in what you do, just like they say, how do you get to Carnegie Hall? You practice, practice, practice. Practice in front of the mirror, on your friends, on your family. This can all help you to overcome those things where you may need areas of improvement. I'm just using speaking as an example because that's one of many people's biggest fears. You can speak to people, look at each other when you speak. You approach people all the time and you don't even realize that you can utilize that as practice. You speak to people on Facebook that you've never known. You speak to people when you go to the grocery store. You'll start up a conversation about a product on a shelf. Folks, we do it all the time. The biggest thing that we fear when we are speaking to people is the rejection that we might get. And guess what? We grew up with the word no. We knew it as kids, but the differences between us and a child is that children do not take no for an answer. Us, we hear no and we go running. Folks, stop running. We grew up with no. No doesn't mean always a definite, positive, never ever gonna do it. That just means not right now. So until you've gotten 3 no's out of it, keep moving on because eventually they will come around or you will have the opportunity to speak with them again. So again, no is not a word that we're unfamiliar with. It's a word we hear all the time. It's all about how you react to the no. So if someone says no, say thank you, keep moving on. Keep them on your list for another time because no does not always mean no. Believe that you can do it. Folks, that deep end is pretty deep. The water is deep. You're at the end of that board and you're looking down, and it just seems like, oh my gosh, why did I look down? That was how I felt the first time I stepped out there on that high dive. But, folks, you know what? I did it. Don't just try, execute your plan. Take the plunge. Folks, when we say take the plunge, we mean take the plunge. Make a difference, folks. What's so exciting about this is that in this process of the commitment, you're going to execute your plan. You're going to take the plunge. You're going to have a plan of action to take a leap into your plan. Let your feet leave the high dive. Soar for a little bit. So, in your notebook book, write your daily plan of action for the next day. Don't make your plan of action happen when the day arrives that morning. Make your plan the day before. Be proactive. Be ready to go with your plan of action, a day before, 3 days before, so that you know where you're going. You see, good plans work. Great plans make you go further. When you actually plan to execute and work that plan, it makes a difference. And then the next thing you want to do is to review your plan. Is your plan of action tangible for the day? What I mean by that, does your plan actually work into your schedule, which is the next step? Schedule your plan according to your day. It's great to make a plan, but if the plan does not work into your schedule, maybe you've got to pick up the kids. The kids have a recital, they have a game, things are going on, then your plan may not work into the hours that you've actually laid aside for your plan to work out. So, folks, make sure that when you are executing your plan that you've reviewed it, that it's actually tangible to work into your schedule. And then the next thing is execute, execute, execute. Execute that plan. Never be afraid to plunge into the depth of your plan. And don't come home until you have actually sought out and worked your complete plan of action for the day. There's a lot to learn when you plunge into the deep water off that high dive, because I remember going in, I remember going off. My commitment was to jump from the high dive in that 9 feet, 10 feet of water all the way over to that 5 feet, because I was 5 feet 1 inches. So my body length should at least get me across. But I didn't realize the law of physics does not work that way. And it's the same thing here in business. The law of physics do not work if you don't have a plan of action that you're going to jump into and make work on your behalf. So it's really, really important, folks, that you do that. Now, don't forget the surprise. I have a surprise for you. I have for you literally at the end of this training. So make sure you stay with me till the end, because what I have is amazing and it will help to change the face for so many in this business. And you know what, folks? I am so excited to share it with you. I really can't wait to share this with you. I'm just that excited about it. So, you made the plunge. You jumped off that high dive. I jumped off that high dive. Now, you are headed toward the deep end of the water. Woo, goodness. Maybe you tried to do an elegant dive when you went in, okay? But it looked more like the kid in the picture there. You looked more like you were flying. You know what, folks? It's okay. The next process in this of the commitment plan is your plan of action does not have to look pretty. It does not have to look like the pros, folks. It could look like an ugly flying duck. However, your plan needs to reflect your personality, the way you speak, the way that you react. Your plan should reflect your story, your testimony. Because here's the truth, people. People buy you. They buy your recommendation. They buy your story, your testimony, your personality. So you may have a great product out there, but people are not buying the product just because you said buy the product. They buy your excitement. They buy your personality. They buy you. So it may not look pretty. So what? It's you. It is your presentation. It's your plan. And you put it out there. So you enjoy the moment of flight as you go towards that deep end of the water when you jumped off of that high dive. So remember that, folks. It's okay. It may not look pretty, but pretty is fine. You know what, folks? When you go off of that high dive, this is the fun part. You land in the water, make a big splash. Go ahead, make that big splash. No one will know if you make a mistake. Guess what? The only person that knows is you. Only you will know. So go ahead, make a big splash. It's okay because you are awesome. It's really all about how you recover when you only know that you made the mistake. No one will know that you didn't go off the high dive and make that beautiful swan dive or whatever it's called. You might have wanted to look like a flying duck going down, but nobody has to know what the real thing was. Mistakes happen, folks. They happen all the time. But mistakes come only to make us better. So in our commitment process, make a mistake. You know, back when I was a kid, there was a electric company, something like that, that used to come on when I lived in California, and they used to sing a song. Oops, you made a mistake. That's all. But you know, making the mistake is half the fun. You just say, "Oops, you made a mistake. That's all," because mistakes can happen to anyone, and that's true, folks. When I jumped off that high dive and I jumped into that water, I was so excited because I was like, I'm going to be 1 inch above this 5 foot water because I thought I had jumped far enough out to be 1 inch above the water. But guess what, folks? I went deep. I went way deep in the water. My toes were pointed down as we were going down. And guess what happened, folks? I found out that there was a sloping pool that 5 feet went to 6 feet, 7 feet, 8 feet, 9 feet, 10 feet. So you know what happened? I got into the pool and I started going deep. And I'm going to say this to you folks. Stay committed to yourself. Stay committed to your goals. Go deep. Once you are in the water, go deep. Enjoy the water. Enjoy the surrounding, the peacefulness. Enjoy the learning experience as you're trying to find out where that solid ground is around you. And you know what, folks? The more that you commit to yourself, the better your plan works. Plan your work and work your plan. Because in the end, what's going to happen is this: you will have to come up and break the water just like I did. You're going to come up for air, folks. And what people will, really what you've got to ask yourself is, when I break that water, I may have gone in like a flying duck. I may have gone in looking for 5 feet 1 inches, but I went a little bit deeper. But what will people see when you come out of the water? Will they see this excited person coming up smiling because of what you just achieved and overcame? Or will they see someone coming up who belly flopped and the world saw it, but you let them know that it was there? Folks, you got to come up excited, proud, because you are the achiever. You got to be committed. You got to know that you are the overcomer. Celebrate your accomplishments. Yes, when you commit to yourself, get up on that high dive, folks. Get up on that high dive and take the plunge. You will come up the victor for your accomplishments. Plan your work and work your plan is one of the keys to success, because when you commit to yourself, you commit to everything that you want your business to be. You commit to your why. You commit to actually bettering yourself every day and having that plan. You can't come out any other way but smiling in the end. You know what, folks? I love this. This is the last comment I'm going to make about commitment tonight. This is so awesome. Commitment is that turning point in your life when you seize the moment and you convert it into an opportunity to actually alter your destiny. Now, let me say that one more time, folks. Commitment is that turning point in your life when you seize the moment and convert it into an opportunity to alter your destiny. Everybody can be committed, but is it a commitment that actually changes a point in your life so that you can seize that opportunity in that moment that will actually and eventually alter your destiny? Many of you have already done that because you decided that you wanted a business. You wanted an opportunity to make more of yourself. You wanted to work for yourself, be your own boss, eventually fire your boss, work from home, have more time with your family, take your family on vacations, and do things that you weren't able to do maybe all the time because you work. That is commitment. You see, people are committed to their jobs every day, folks. People are committed to helping other people make a check. But by you being a business owner, you're committed to yourself. So now, how do you continue to grow your business? How do you take your business to the next step? Well, I've given you some points tonight on how to really commit to yourself, some steps that you can take yourself to another level. But here, guys, this is what I wanted to tell you. Remember, I told you, I said if you stayed around to the end, that I have a surprise for you. Well, I wasn't kidding. This is something I have never done before, and I'm really so excited to tell you about it, folks. You know, I have my website at www.raychelstokesmall.com where you can get all of the training DVDs about the products. It's going to break down the products in extensive detail, and you know that this is going away as of April 30th. This just in a couple of days because of the fact that we won't have any more. I'm actually putting them in the vault. We've got to cut it off. So if you want yours, make sure you go out there. But this is something I have never done before. I've had a lot of requests for it, and I'm so excited to tell you about it. On my website, there are some things that I do. This is for those of you who want more growth in your business. This is really a special surprise. It's just for you tonight. Really, folks, this is really just for you tonight because you stayed with me until the end, and I'm so excited to let you know that this is only going to be limited to 25 people who are serious about their business. Now, if you're not that serious about your business, it's okay, and I understand that. But get this, folks. This is what I'm going to do for you. Really, when I say it's limited to 25 people, these 25 people really want to take an inside and outside look into their business to make an impactful change to take your business to a new level. So, folks, if that is you, guess what? Surprise! You can get private coaching by Raychel Stokes Small. Yes, you're going to get 2 weeks of personal coaching sessions. This is going to kick off on May 1st, 2016 through May 14th, 2016. Hey, folks, this is what you're going to get. These are the highlights of it. I'm going to give you 2 weeks of personal one-on-one coaching and feedback. We're going to review your current business. We're going to show you how to set up some workable goals. We're going to define a game plan to execute success in your business. We're going to give you some tips to identify and overcome objections. And we're going to even answer some personal Q&A that you may have some concerns about that maybe other people don't have concerns about. Why is this so important, folks? Because people need to take their business to the next level. Now, the price for this 2-week session, if you go to my website for one-on-one coaching with me for this time, is regularly $260. Well, folks, because you are on this training, I am discounting these private one-on-one coaching sessions with me. Now, you ready for this? I'm actually discounting this to $97, folks. Yes, that is a savings of $163. This is a $260 value that I have actually discounted for you tonight. Really, only for today, for this training. You're only going to pay $97 for this 2 weeks personal private training, this personal coaching. And folks, this is only limited to 25 reserve spaces that are available for these private coaching sessions, and they will be booked up fast, folks. Please believe me when I say that these will be booked up fast because my regular coaching gets booked up fast. Reserve your private coaching right now. Go, folks, Raychel Stokes Small, go to it. one-on-one.raychelstokesmall.com. This is not available on my website. You have to actually go to this site, one-on-one.raychelstokesmall.com. Folks, if you do that, you will be able to register tonight for this personal coaching for 2 weeks. If you're serious about changing the face of your business, you're serious about wanting to maybe restart your business, maybe you have been looking for some pointers, maybe you have some questions, folks, I am ready to help you to this one-on-one.raychelstokesmall.com. Folks, get to it tonight. You know, I really want to change the face of your business, folks. I want to see some things happen for you. Again, you can go out to one-on-one.raychelstokesmall.com. You know, folks, let me grab a glass of water here. Hold on one second. You know, I'm so excited about this because I've been doing network marketing again for 36 years. There is so much that I have learned in network marketing. There's so much that network marketing has done to change my life. And you know what, folks? I'm just excited about this. As we go back to the studio, you know, this is an amazing, amazing thing. And I am just so excited about being able to train people, to help people to a new level in their business, to help people just do things. Folks, we have so many different tools available for you. You know, my husband and I, we also do videography and photography. We're actually in my studio right now. So here's the thing, folks. A lot of you have asked me, how can I get on social media platforms? How can I put myself out there? How do I deem myself as the expert? Well, folks, go out to even www.otgvideoproductions.com. You know, my husband has done some great things there. We have actually started putting together some videos for you that we will personalize. And folks, the price, literally, the price is like $79 or $59. Folks, we will even make you the expert where we can actually video you from where you are, whatever state you are in, and we will interview you, or you could just simply come on our show, The Coffee Break, that OTG Video Productions by Glenn Small presents, and you can be the expert on your business. You know, folks, there are so many tools out there that we are trying to do to help you in your business. You know, I'm going to actually have you guys to do this. You can actually text me. I'm going to see if we can get my phone in here real quick. I'm going to see if Glenn can give me my phone. And I'm going to give you a text that you can send me. He's going to have to come on camera for a second. But, folks, here's the thing. I'm going to give you my personal business card. I'm going to send it to your smartphone. This is an amazing tool, folks, because it allows me to even utilize to show testimonies right there for many people to see right there in their business, folks. You know, in addition to that, you can actually take referrals right there on your phone. You know, folks, I'm so excited about what we're able to do. No, it's the wrong one. Hold on. Hold on one second. He brought me the wrong phone. It's actually next to my printer on the table there. You know, folks, I'm so excited because this is an amazing tool that actually allows you to send your business card to your customers. How amazing is that? Folks, you know, I love what we do here in our business. I love helping people. I love having the opportunity to send things to you and being able also to provide you new tools and new information in technology. I'm going to pull this up on my phone real quick, just letting it come on up. Folks, this will allow you to do this. So I'm going to have you send me a text. And in the message of the text, I need you to put your dreams now. You can send me a text message at 28748. Just send me a text message to 28748. And in the text message, put your dreams now. What that's going to do is actually going to provide you an opportunity to get my personal business card to your phone. If you love what you see when you get my business card, oh, it's so amazing. You can send out emails, you have video conferencing, you have a special phone number that rings directly to your phone, but actually it goes to an office. You can set your hours, you can get a scheduler. Folks, it's amazing what you can do. How about it's only $49.99 a month to have it? Folks, it is amazing. So I'm going to send that to you. Make sure you send me a text again to 28748 at Your Dreams Now. Now, folks, make sure you put that in your message text. Again, if you want to get on my personal coaching, go to one-on-one.raychelstokesmall.com. There's only 25 seats available for this training, and I'm going to train you for 2 weeks. Folks, thank you so much for being on this broadcast tonight. I hope that we have taken your level of commitment to a whole nother level. And I'm going to wait to hear all the awesome testimonies that are going to come from this. Again, guys, this is Raychel Stokes Small. It's been a pleasure to be with you here on the Hangout with Raychel Stokes Small on the road to success. We'll see you next time, folks. Have a blessed evening. Bye bye.